Hey everybody, I am here as promised, and I'm going to start today with a special note on goal achievement that I read in Gita. I'll check, chapter 5, verse 17 is what I talk about goal achievement being a byproduct of mind soaked in intellect. It's a very loose translation that I've picked up, but that's what struck me the most at that point. And so I thought it was worth mentioning in today's live session. So, when I read that, what first came into my mind was the fact that how much we strive and struggle to achieve goals that we make for ourselves. And is it really always necessary to have to struggle and strive to achieve your goals? And the answer that I got was quite amazing. It said that being able to understand the motivation behind setting our goals is what determines how easily or how difficultly we achieve those goals. So the first thing that when we are setting a goal, we need to understand that what are the motivation, the deeper motivation. Often we just make goals based on our very day-to-day, very obvious, logical, mundane, motivational needs. But when you dig a little deeper, you will see that there are a lot many other motivations that are driving us. And when we are able to connect with these deeper motivations is when we are able to actually understand why we want to achieve the goal. And when we do realize that, which gives us the courage of conviction to achieve those goals, and things start becoming easy, falling in place, and life becomes a lot simpler. So on that note, I would want to introduce myself. I'm Komal Bakshi Chhatbar. I am a co-founder of an organization called Soul Root, and I am on this journey now since last 10-15 years. I am a certified hypnotherapist, I'm a counselor and a clinical sound therapist. I love my work and I love connecting with people. So here I am. Today I'm going to talk specially about 4 core principles of marriage and how they actually can make over the whole space which we refer to as marriage. But before that, let me quickly do our card reading for the week. It's a big week with Valentine's Day and Mahashivratri coming together. It's a space of absolute love and wisdom. So let me quickly pick up the cards. This time I'm going to be using the card deck, Ascended Masters, again by Doreen Virtue. And here are my cards. I'm going to pick up 3 cards, and here they are. The first card is about listening. It's a week full of insightful messages coming our way. It's a week where we need to remember to listen to the world outside and around us. Listen to our own hearts as they connect and speak to us. It's a week of patience, where we take time out from our reactive, fast-paced lives into being more mindful, more connected to our own inner voice. The more we listen to our own self, the more we'll find answers in the week that comes. It's a week where we may feel as if problems are rising, but as they're arising, they'll dissipate, they'll dissolve, leaving us wondering that really, was there a problem? And you can achieve this experience by choosing to listen. Listen to what messages you're getting around you. Listen to messages that are coming from inside of you. The second card that I have picked up says, go now. This card to me talks about get into action. You've been thinking about things. You've been wishy-washing about things. Now is the time to get it on paper, get it going, acting on it. Now is the time to make clear steps into doing what you must, what you're choosing to do. There is no reason for you to still hold back. It's time to act. It's time to be purposeful in the action. And this beautiful card that is a third card for the week, which talks about being okay to make mistakes. It talks about, yes, go on, be who you are. Life is there with you. Things may appear impossible today, but will become possible soon. As you work on it, as you act on it. Don't sit on the fence, don't sit on the bench. Now is a time to listen to your voice inside, around, listen to your messages, get on to action and trust the force of life, trust the universe. It will open up paths that you don't see today. So get on and get going. That's what the message for this week is. Things appear more difficult than they are. When you dig into your motivations, you will find answers to what you perceive are your problems. And life will be a lot easier. So this brings me back to our marriage makeover segment that I have been meaning to start online, and I thought this is the best platform for it. So one bonus that I'm going to give away before I start on to the marriage makeover segment is, for this particular session, first five people to WhatsApp me on 98207 70241. I'll type down this number. Just give me a minute. 98207 70241. WhatsApp me on this number. The first five people to WhatsApp me on this number will get a bonus free workbook, a small workbook about understanding underlying motivations behind your goals. So all of you out there who feel you have goals that you're struggling to achieve, this is your chance. Take it. Ping me. I will email you in 24 working hours this beautiful workbook that I use so often for myself, that I've created over the years to understand my inner motivation. So for example, if I were to tell you, so long in my life, I never wanted to have a child. I always thought having a child was a huge commitment. And I wasn't sure whether I was ready for that commitment. And then when I worked on myself, when I was going through my journey, I did my therapies, I realized that what was holding me back was a commitment. I did not want to make a commitment to the responsibility of 24/7 that involves being with a mother. But when I realized what was my motivation for avoiding being a mother, in 15, 20 days, I conceived. At 34, I had a blissful pregnancy, an even easier delivery. And today I have a 5-year-old Arya who's actually sitting somewhere and watching me in this house because she wanted to be part of this video. So hi Arya, Mama loves you. And so that's what I was trying to talk about when I said motivations are key to achieving goals. Understand your motivations. And I am here to share my experience. I am here to forward the good fortune that I had to be able to understand my deeper motivations. So 5 lucky people, WhatsApp us and we'll send you in 24 working hours a short workbook that will help you identify your deeper motivations. All right, now going on to the marriage makeover segment. In this segment, I want to specially talk about 4 crucial pillars of marriage. Marriage is an institution between two people and society. Love is between two people, but marriage involves society. So when we talk about marriage, the two people involved in marriage are a unit, and for them to be a unit, there needs to be space in that togetherness. For that space to be created, you need strong pillars. And I have found and learned and read that these 4 pillars are Maitri, a genuine, deep fondness, friendship for each other. It automatically makes disappointments easier. It automatically makes room for each other's individuality. It automatically arrives us in a space where expectations do not compete with our acceptance of that person. To simply put, when you're friends with your partner, there are no judgments there. You see the person as he is or she is. You make friends with a person as he is or she is, not with an intention of changing them, but with a fondness of spending time and growing together. The end result may still be same, that you may land up influencing each other, but that is not your motivation of togetherness. You're not doing this to change the other person. Instead, you're doing this to enjoy. So that is the 3. Or the pillar of marriage is Karuna. Karuna, loosely translated, means compassion. Compassionate acceptance of each other's blocks, each other's limitations, emotional, physical, mental. It does not mean sympathy. Sympathy is a outward expression of compassion, empathy. So if I were to explain the difference between sympathy and empathy, I would use an example that one of my teachers beautifully used. She said that if you see a person who is fallen in a well, if you fall along with them in trying to rescue them, you are indulging in sympathy. They're both of you drowning now because it's a well and you can't pull them out. The chances of both of you dying are higher there. Indifference is you see somebody falling into the well and you stand far away watching what's happened, or just walk away, not even watch. Empathy is when you keep your emotional distance and yet hold space for their experience. So you go near the well and direct that person to hold the rope that you are about to pull out for him. So you're not sinking in with that person. You're not sympathizing and indulging that drama. But you're assertively holding space for that drama to pass over. So that is Karuna. The third pillar of marriage, in my mind, is Mudita. Mudita is extended goodwill, that we are each other's Purak. Now, when I say this, I don't mean that your partner completes you. What I mean is that together you expand your completions, your individual completions. So it's not like this, it's like this, it's like this, and not intermingled. You're together aligning your completions to expand it. In reality, it means that we don't get into a one-upmanship. It's not your right, my wrong, my right, your wrong. It's about taking the best of both, putting it together, supporting each other when one is not ready, accepting. Mudita is being each other's purak. Mudita is goodwill. Mudita is respecting in a very full expression of togetherness. It's honoring. These words have a very difficult translations in English, and therefore often I find explaining these words in any other language quite limiting. But loosely speaking, this is how I see mudita. The fourth pillar is karuna, mudita, upeksha. Upeksha is a very benevolent indifference. So here what we're trying to understand is that all of us will have gray areas in life. All of us will have certain amount of negativity, rigidity, things that don't make sense to the outside world about us. Our partners will have these as well. Now we have a choice whether we want to constantly harp on it, correct it, and make those the focus of our marriage, or find our own inner strength to walk away from these dramas. So again, if I were to give an example, I had a couple where the husband came complaining that wife never ever keeps the iron clothes back in the cupboard on time. Husband felt that was wife's duty. The wife was working as well, and she felt that it was a joint duty to be done in the house. Now, since here, because the husband was getting inconvenienced and wife was able to manage irrespective of where the clothes were, I suggested to the husband that, well, according to you, she may be having to put it, but she's not ready to do that. What would happen if you were to put the clothes away? He didn't think anything wrong with that, but he had never thought of it because he believed it to be a wife's work. So when I put this question to him, he very readily agreed, saying, fine, I will do it. If it needs to be done, I will do it. 2 weeks later, for the next session, the husband very surprisingly exclaimed that, you know what, now either I put it away or she puts away, but the clothes are no longer lying around and outside. It's no longer an issue. To me, this is upeksha. A very kind indifference to the flaws of your partner. So these are the 4 crucial pillars of marriage. And when you found the very foundation of your marriage on these, there is no ways that there can be strife and struggle. Yes, there will be fights, but there is room for those fights. The deed and the doer are not confused. I get irritated by a habit of a person, not the person himself. And therefore, I can still love and respect the person irrespective of his habit, a particular habit that I don't like. So to conclude, marriage based on these 4 crucial principles of upeksha, mudita, karuna, and maitri will always sow seeds of joyful togetherness, a bond for heart. So with that note, I would like to conclude this session, and I will be back for the next live session soon, and I will announce it beforehand. Thank you for being there, and lots of love. Have a great week and great Mahashivratri to all of you. Thank you.